Yo, guys, and welcome to episode 5 of the Banter podcast. I'm here with probably the most active members of the group, us four. And there's not a lot of Banter today. There's not a lot of banter. Today we're talking about something serious, something happening around the world as we speak, something that's been happening for years and years. But right now it's the trending topic. So, we should talk about it. We should have been talking about it. And let's start. We're obviously going to be talking about America and racism in general. So who wants to go first? Who wants to say?
I would like to start. So for the people that, say white people are all racist and that, first of all, I'd like to say, no, that's not true. And it's very embarrassing for people like, me, because I actually support everything in terms of Black Lives Matter and all that. And it's embarrassing for me as a white person to always have the bad look on me, thinking that I'm a racist too, or, we will do bad things to people, which is not true. And sometimes I was having conversations with a lot of my Black friends and family members who are Black also, and they were saying that if you don't go out and protest and stuff, then you're just being silent. But to be fair, a lot of the people that are posting the stuff on their Instagram and stuff are just doing it just to fit in type shit, and you don't really believe it.
Yeah, I was going to talk about that as well. There's been a lot of stuff, I would say, that I fully support it, and it does get me on my nerves when someone says that silence is still racism and stuff like that. Or I've seen a lot of people posting if you're not posting, if you're not talking about it on your social media, then you're basically on the same level as a racist. But
yeah, that's
we're all of us here support the Black Lives Matter, but then we are not the type of people to post like that. But have you lot all signed petitions and stuff?
they've sent it to me.
I haven't seen it.
I've done one maybe.
Because I've signed a couple. I've signed a couple and stuff like that. But I don't feel the need to then go and post it on social media.
I've been talking to my Black friends, DM 1-to-1, talking about the situation, trying to understand.
I feel like a lot of people,
they come and tell me what I can do to help, and I say, listen, I need this from you to support each other, and then we got to know that there's no problems between us. And even though I am white, whatever, I ain't got nothing to do with it. So I'm not the bad guy, or Tom's not the bad guy, or anyone's the bad guy. Do you support it?
Yeah, because I feel like a lot of people.
I feel like
it's a
thing
where if you're not actively posting on your social media about it, then you're equally or on the same level as a racist. But how do you know those people that aren't posting, aren't donating, and aren't going to protests and aren't signing petitions, but they just don't feel the need to post it on their social media?
Yeah, that's true. No, but I also feel the thing is where where you were saying that people, when people are saying that if you're silent and you're not posting, then you're just silently being racist. That's not really the case. I haven't really posted anything. I think I posted one thing on that topic to raise awareness. But where was all this when, why is everyone raising this awareness now? Why is everyone protesting now? Because someone was killed by, was it 4 officers? It was 4 officers, right?
Yeah, because I get that it's the trending topic here.
Yeah.
But bruv, I know there's people on my social media pages that you know how that was that Blackout Tuesday.
Yeah,
that's one thing I'm not doing.
The Blackout Tuesday, the people that posted it, but the next day they just took it off, and I didn't see no
exactly.
I didn't see no petitions. I didn't see them going to protest.
But that's not what. But that's what I'm saying though. It's it's not that hard to just post a Black picture and then act like you're supporting it. That's why I don't do it. And plus, my Black family members and Black friends told me there's no point of you doing it because it doesn't really help. Like,
and like, it's annoying
it
because
raises the awareness, but it doesn't do anything.
I
It's
get
not
that.
helping you
It's
with
annoying.
anything.
It's annoying as well because I was reading stuff about this before, and apparently on Instagram there was over 20 million posts, like black posts on a Blackout Tuesday, but apparently there's only around 12 million signatures on petitions. So what the fuck was your point of your Blackout Tuesday post if you didn't even sign a bloody petition? Like, what's the
That's the
point?
thing. That's the thing. That like, if you lot was so frustrated about this whole racism stuff, and like, I'm frustrated about it as well. Like, obviously, this happens like every day. Like, even before it was like such a big trending thing now. But like, even before that, why weren't you posting all that stuff saying if you're silent and you're not posting anything, then you're racist, all right?
Yeah.
But before this was trending, you weren't posting anything saying this.
Yeah, because
Why does it make it different now that it's trending?
I know there's people on my social media that I know are constant activists like every day. That even before this, I know there's people that I follow that are constant activists about everything, just not only just race. So like, those are the people that I can respect that they're doing this every day. But there's some people that I look at, I'm like, bruv, you're just looking at you're trying to fit in.
Yeah,
Or some people
some
people go with their friends to the protest, post it on Instagram to say that they're there to support it, but you ain't actually there for the right reason. You get me? It's like you're not there trying to like make the difference.
Talking about not being there for the right reason, bro. Have you seen the looting as well in America?
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. That like, there's a lot of protesters that are like protesting for the right reason because they want to like show that they're annoyed and they're angry at the fact that this is still going on and it's increasing like the amount of deaths and stuff like that. But then there's other protesters that are like doing stuff without acknowledging why they're protesting. Like they're just out there trying to take things.
There's been
like,
a lot of
just
looting
there taking advantage of the situation.
There's been a lot of looting in America of like designer stores and all of that shit. Like,
no, but you know what though? To be honest, that is fine because being in the fashion business, there's a lot of racist people, racist companies. So by destroying their stores, you're causing a problem for them, and then they'll probably have to do something about it. Fair enough. But if you're going to your local, because I saw this one video of this black guy who was like screaming like time ago about saying that they were destroying his store. He's black and he tried to make it as well. Like,
was it a restaurant or something?
No, I don't know what it was. It was just a natural. I think it was just like a supermarket. I don't know. But he like do your research. If you want to go and like cause this anarchy, then like target the people that are actually doing the wrong thing.
Definitely.
Like, don't go there and steal stuff.
Yeah, like an example is I don't wear, and these lot already know, I don't wear Tommy Hilfiger because the owner is a racist. Like, he's known for being a racist, so I don't wear Tommy Hilfiger. So like, but there's people out there causing havoc to like small shops and bakeries, to your local workers, and setting fire to people's cars that have nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
Like, cool. I understand like what's even saying is companies owned by racist owners or people that have been known to do some have racist acts, and like also like trashing government buildings at police stations and stuff like that. I completely agree with that, but don't
Fuck the government and all that.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
care
what I'm
about
saying.
that shit, bro.
But like, don't go around setting fire to like your local bakery and other random people's cars and shit. Like, what do they have to do with it? I don't get it.
That's the thing where was it like when Evan said that there was this black guy screaming and stuff like that, saying that they destroyed his like supermarket or whatever it was. Now there was a similar video to it where my cousin had posted it on her Instagram and I watched it, and it was this black guy talking about that these other black people came and destroyed his restaurant, something he worked for to provide for his family and stuff like that. But if you're protesting about you lot, like the police and just white people, not every white person, but white people that are racist, you know, like killing black people and stuff like that. Why is a black person going against another black person, destroying what they worked hard for? So why are you just doing that against someone that's racist and isn't actually black?
Yeah,
So
I mean, it just doesn't help with what everyone's trying to get across. It's been hella jarring, but what's even worse is what's happening with like the increase in police brutality during the whole riots and shit has been mad.
Yeah, but it's kind of like they're like their gateway to it. It's like, oh, you guys are causing harm to us. All right, cool, we can go double now because we have the
Yeah.
excuse that you're
Like,
harassing an officer.
I saw a video of the other day of the police officers faking like kneeling down to like be with the protesters, but really they were just luring them closer so they can shoot tear gas at them and stuff like that.
Yeah,
And
that's
like,
fucked up.
I haven't seen that.
yeah, and like the one I think Tommy was talking about it as well. He told me about the one when there's that massive 4x4 police car just ramming through everyone.
Drives into people. Like, it's just stupid, bro. Like, what they're protesting for that for the reason of police being taking, like, what's the word? Exploiting their power, and you're just doing what they're protesting. Like, it makes no sense. Like, what are you gonna get out of it? Like,
I don't get it.
I understand some situations, like as I was saying before, like what happened in London today or yesterday when they were protesting by Downing Street, and some guy jumps the fence, and the police tackle him. Of course, they're gonna tackle him because it's their job. Like, you don't know, he might. That's their job. Like, if a person jumps over the fence and could cause a threat to yourself and to the area, because it could be a terrorist because of what's happened, like not this year, but like the last few years, it's their job to tackle the guy. So in that sense, it's their job. You can't blame them. But when it comes to stuff like
Yes, you can, bro, because there's limits.
One second. When it comes to stuff like you're taking over the top, like driving into people, like like there's no point. Or if, like, I saw this one video of these two students, yeah, they purposely tased. They were in a car, they popped their tires, they broke their window, and they tased them. And there were students like why? There was like not 50. There was like, I think 10 police officers around the car. Like, what the hell, two students? You can see that they're scared shitless. Like, what the fuck they gonna do? Stuff like that. Like, it was just, they're taking it out of proportion.
Did you see the video of them tear gassing a car with a pregnant woman in it?
Yeah, they threw tear gas inside. Yeah.
Yeah,
like, there's no point. The way you're gonna, I feel like, in my opinion, the only way you're gonna deal with this is if like how some police, like I saw I think it was in Washington, like basically the chief of police in Washington, which is essentially kind of like the chief of police of the whole America, he took a knee and he joined the protests. Like, that's the only way. The reason why they're retaliating, like they are getting more aggressive, is because you're getting aggressive with them. But then again, what's it called? Like, I feel like the best way to deal with the situation is if the police officer, if they just basically join them. That's the best way. I feel like you're gonna
that's the
solve
problem
the
though, because
That ain't happening,
you know,
though, bro.
yeah, that's the problem, because you know there's racist police officers anyway. So
No,
that's
but
the
you
problem.
lot have seen the post, yeah, where the White House, like, the lights are all off now because
they shut it completely down.
But you see, like, that's their president. I personally, and I think a lot of people can agree with me, that guy is a pussy, bro. Because how are you a president? You're taking so much responsibility. You've worked hard to get to that position for you to do fuck all at this point in time now. So you want to
he's
turn
the main racist guy, because he can't do nothing.
He's the main racist guy. He knows himself, bro. He doesn't give a fuck, fam. It's as simple as that, bro. If it was down to him, if it was down to him, bro. If it was down to him and the world wasn't watching, bruv, you see homicides, fam. You see them get laying down on the streets, bruv. He wouldn't give a fuck, bruv. It's as simple as that, bruv. It's mad, fam. I just don't know. It's mad.
But yeah, no, we all support it, bruv. We all support it. And
Yeah.
like, I mean, fuck me.
You know what also annoys me, fam? Because I was actually reading about this and I was talking, because I'm the one that does the question, so I know what we're going to talk about, so I do a lot of research. Do you know how, like, people would say that, like, I'm white, yeah, like most people call me white and stuff like that, and I was researching stuff about it, like how Latinos associate themselves as white people, or like, do they believe they're actually white people? And I was looking in terms of Colombians. I think it was 86% of Colombians don't believe they're white. Like, they don't believe they're white, even though in official documents, I think
You're classified as white.
81% of Colombians are classified as white Colombians. and there's around, I think, 5% are Black Colombians, and then there's the rest of us that are called mestizos, which is basically a heritage of Native Americans and Spanish people and stuff like
Yeah,
that. But
that's
like
what.
the thing that annoys me is that when people call me white, yeah, these lot already know as well that my surnames are probably like the two most prominent slave names of what's it called, of the Spanish, when the
Spaniard.
Spanish, yeah, the Spaniard. Like my names are Ramirez Rodriguez, which are like one of the most prominent slave names that are, because it was a very popular two popular surnames when the Spaniards took over Latin America. So like I don't feel like I'm a white person, but I can't say that I felt the same way. I can't say that I felt what a black person has felt, because I've never been stopped in the street. Like I've felt racist.
Yeah,
Like I've had racist remarks thrown at me,
For
but
what?
I've never.
Like Latino remarks or like black
Yeah,
remarks?
no, like
Like,
Latino remarks.
okay.
But I'm saying that I've never been stopped in the street. I've never been pinned down on the floor and stuff like that. But
I've been stopped and searched before,
when?
multiple times. Well, the first time ever, I was with a bunch of black people, and they told me if you weren't here, we would have been fucked. And it was like 7 of us. Like we were all just chilling around Fulton Heath, and they calmed. They think we're doing something suspicious. They asked for name, all that shit, and like I was the last person to get questioned, and then they were like, "All right, you lot just seem suspicious, but we'll let you go this time." I was like, all right, cool. Second time was in Fulton Heath on my way to work, and same thing again. They think something suspicious. I was walking fast, and like the police were patrolling slow, and they thought that I was trying to avoid them and cutting into the train station, that shit like that. And then one in Brixton as well, but that's what I'm saying. But I never had it as bad as like black
Yeah, because
people
like
or
we
whatever.
could get stopped, bruv, but I don't feel that threat of how a black person must feel.
yeah.
No.
No, and there was a video I saw on Instagram, was it? And it was here. It was in Enfield that there was these three boys. Yeah, two of them were black, and two of the black boys were put in handcuffs. Keep in mind, these three boys were all in the same group, walking in the same like direction and stuff like that. Both black boys were put in handcuffs. The guy that was white, he was just there, like his hands were free, everything. Like they didn't feel threatened by him. But when
Yeah,
it
like
came to the two black guys,
yeah, I've seen
and the
that
two
video as
black
well.
guys weren't resisting or anything.
Yeah, and they had them pinned against like the wall, and
Yeah, and it was like it's
where's
not.
the
Oh,
white guy,
oh,
where the white kid was just there chilling, like.
Yeah,
that happened to I encountered a situation like that. Not me, but I was coming home from work. I come out this station in Fulton Heath, and these two feds are waiting by the thing, by the, you know, the gates when you tap out. And then this one fed had this little, like, he must have been like 13 or 14, like grabbing him up by the back of the shirt, fam, like thing. I go to the fed, like, I'm like, what are you doing, bro? He's like 14, what are you smashing him around? He's like, you need to leave. This is none of your business. I was like, no, man, this guy's a kid. Like, fuck out of here, bro. And I was with someone. I was with oh, actually, I don't think you know them. But anyway, they're like, fuck is you doing? Like this, that, and the other. And they're like, oh, just leave. Like, it's none of your business, this, that. But what I'm saying is, for a black kid, 14, 13, that they have like the power to like smash them onto a wall and stuff. But maybe if it was me, then, you know, they wouldn't have. They wouldn't have had three feds waiting for me at the station. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. No, it's annoying.
So I've seen it firsthand, and I've defended it firsthand. So for all them people that I'm saying, like, oh, he's not active on social, he's this, he's that, he's a silent racist. Fuck out here, bro. I've been doing this way longer than you, and I'm white.
Yeah, like, bruv, talking about stuff like that, yeah, and like talking about the Latin community, because I wanted to bring this up since we're talking about racism. Bruv, do you know how, like, these lot already know, I don't fuck, even though I'm Colombian, I don't fuck with the Latin community, like 0%,
yeah.
fam. I hate Latinos and the way they treat each other, fam.
Yeah, it's
Like,
literally only us that
yeah, bruv,
we fuck with him.
the way like white Latinos. What I say, white Latinos, yeah.
Just like
Yeah,
Latinos.
yeah, Latinos are towards black Latinos. Like they still think they're superior, even though like there's like you wouldn't think that there's racism in Latin America, but bruv, I can tell you there is, and there's a lot of it, of the white Latinos thinking that they're superior to black Latinos, and then in general, fam, just Latinos in general chatting shit about each other and being like constantly two-faced, bruv. And I'm not saying that's all of them, bruv, but a lot of Latinos
That's
are
some
like
elephant
that,
and
fam.
castle Donnies, fam.
Yeah, bruv. A lot of Latinos,
That's
I
the
can't
thing, though. That's
respect,
the
fam.
thing.
I can't
I'm not even gonna
respect
lie to
any
you,
of
yeah.
them, bruv. I can't respect them.
I'm not even gonna lie to you. This may be a bit off topic, yeah. But you see, when I speak to a girl, yeah, I tell them straight away, like on the first date, I'm just gonna be straight up with you, yeah.
Guy
I'm
always
not
links
one
it
of
up to
them
a girl,
elephant and
bro.
castle guys.
You
I'm
what?
not one of them elephant and castle guys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I just gotta let her know at first, because you know that, because we've been given that point, that view. Like as soon as any Latino in London, all right, you're one of them guys from Elephant and Castle. Innit? No, it's not.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It's
but
not
that's
like
what I'm
that.
saying. Like, I don't fuck with the Latino community because, bruv, they're the most two-faced people you will know, fam. I hate it, bruv.
Yeah, but fuck me, everyone is at this point.
Yeah, it
like.
is, but still, bruv.
It's not just Latinos, fam. Italians, like I'm Italian, Albanians probably. Like,
Oh no, but
it's just
I can
vibes.
tell you, like a lot of us have that stigma and like just gossiping and constantly being rude to one another. Like it's nothing. I don't like
But
it.
like
Yeah, with
face to
stuff like
face
that,
as
yeah.
well.
Huh?
With
Wait,
no,
wait,
it
wait.
would
Face
never
as
be
well.
face to face. It would never be face to face.
What Latinos? No, Latinos is behind your back all day, every day.
Yeah.
No, that's not.
Unless they really pissed off with you, then they'll be to your face. But that's
No,
no.
not
But
even.
the only
I
way,
don't even.
the only way I think stuff like that will change, with racism and that as well, is that is with generation. It will be a generational thing. It won't happen anytime soon. It will be a generational thing. So like, when we have our kids, it depends how we teach, what we teach our kids, and how we bring them up.
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
That's
how
what
I
I told
think it
my
is.
friend. I was like, the young community is like, it's gonna slow down because like you see we're already all integrated and that, like,
Yeah.
and yeah, it will
Yeah.
stop eventually, hopefully. But
Yeah.
it's just down to us.
Like when, for example, with Albanians, yeah, majority, or the ones I know anyway, with black people, you obviously get some that are just fucking out, like straight out racist, but with some, they have this view where like they have nothing against them, like they have nothing against them, but they just don't agree with, like, for example, me and a black girl getting together. That's a no. They just don't agree with that.
Yeah, but that's more of a cultural thing.
That's just their view. But that's what I'm saying. But that stuff like that, for example, because people, that's still racism. That's still racism if you think about it. People. So like that won't change. My example, my friends have that view. They
Not
think
really.
that like they have nothing wrong with me having black friends like that, but they're just like, you can't get married with one basically. So that's not going to change their view. Like they will never change their view. But with me, obviously I don't have that view. So when I have kids one day, I'm obviously gonna be like, well, I don't really care. Like if you go with whoever the fuck you want to go with. If they treat you well and you guys are happy, blah blah blah, that's up to you. And that's what I mean. It'll just be a generational thing, or like it won't change like next year, today, tomorrow. It'll be like next 20 years, 30 years. It'll be a long time till it changes.
Yeah.
Might not
Definitely.
even change then. It'll probably even be like even longer than that before like you see a real difference.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we've been talking about a lot of negative stuff, so let's bring in some positive stuff because I've got some positive questions for everyone. Do you have any advice for anyone? Do you have any advice or like life hacks, stuff like that you want to give someone? Tell
Yeah,
people.
when it comes to anything really, but this really comes a bit more to like when it comes to education and stuff. Do not work hard. Work simple, bro. I don't like when people say you need to work hard, you need to work hard. No, you don't. You just need to work. Not simple, sorry, smart. You need to work smart. You have to work effectively with your time. For example, like, so for example, with me when I was in like A levels, for example, I did fuck all, but like I in comparison to other people, these people doing like 3 hours a day of revision. I barely did like I barely did like fucking 30 minutes a day. Like I barely did anything. But like when I did revise, I did it effectively. Like I didn't revise stuff that was pointless and like I knew I won't remember, or I knew wouldn't there was no real need for me to remember that stuff.
Yeah.
You just need to use your time effectively. And that obviously goes with other stuff, like with your life, with relationships or whatever. Just don't work hard. You just have to work effectively.
Yeah.
and efficiently. That's how
I would
view
say
things.
for like younger people, don't take life too seriously. I feel like a lot of like young teenagers simply think as soon as they get into secondary or as soon as they hit that 13, you know, when you straight away become a teenager, that they think that they're instantly like an 18-year-old and they have to act mature. Like there's no need, fam. Like you're still a child.
No,
Like have your childhood. Like, bruv, I'm out here, bruv. I still from time to time, no, I still use Lego to every now and then, every now
I
and
feel like
then,
a little
Yeah.
to
dinosaur
like,
thing on your
yeah,
table, innit?
to like calm myself down and like to build up my creativity in my mind,
send us a
stuff
fucking
like that.
Seven
Mustang
in
Lego
Jogger
link,
was the
bro.
one, though, man.
Yeah. But like stuff like
Jogger was
that.
the
Like
one.
don't take life too seriously, and also like pick your friends wisely, fam. Like
Yeah, that's a good, because they can.
don't pick your friends because they're popular, because they're coolest stuff. Find people you can actually
Yeah,
relate to.
always. Well, like, yeah, exactly, and always like just don't get peer pressure to do anything with any, not even when you're just in school, just in life in general. Do what you want to do. If someone's doing something you don't agree with it and they were like, do it, you're being a pussy, don't do it, bro. It don't mean shit.
Yeah.
Who cares what they think? Yeah, and also when it comes to people that care about you, if this comes with friends, girlfriends, boyfriends, or family, whatever, if they're giving you advice and you don't agree with it, don't think they're attacking you. They're just looking out. They're just looking out for you, they want the best for you. So just be happy, guys.
Yeah, in terms of the whole friends thing as well. In terms of the whole friends thing as well, it's like it's a good like the thing that like us, was it like 6 of us? There's 6 of us, isn't it?
7.
Well, I'm not counting. But yeah, there was 7 of us, yeah. But it was like the fact that I've known Matthias since young, like Juan as well, Jeffrey and Oliver, and with Matthias going to obviously BTG, knowing Ivan and Tommy, like although I didn't know them at first and stuff, like after getting to know them and stuff, like I kind of like I started vibing with them and I like that because they have the same banter as all of us here, so I really like the fact that we're all supportive with each other and stuff like that.
Oh, let me say one last thing about friends. With friends, you lot have to learn to be tough on each other. Like, if you lot ain't the ones that are pushing each other, then you ain't going nowhere. You need to find some more friends. Because, like, in all our experiences here, like, I've been tough on them too. They've been tough on me. Like, and we're getting to a point now where, like, we're actually doing something with our lives. Each on our own, but like, if we didn't push each other at the start and we weren't tough on each other, and like check your mates, like if they do something wrong, tell them. You have to be the first ones to tell them. Don't wait for them to fuck up and then tell them.
Don't tell them what they want to hear, because that's not necessarily always the best thing.
Talking about friends and stuff, 3 words you think people would use to describe you.
What
would people say?
I got to think now.
I don't know. It depends who you're talking to.
True. Give me 1 word then. Give me 1 word from each of you.
I know mine.
Go on, Ivan.
I'd say I'm driven. People would say I'm driven.
Yeah. I'm going to say Joker, because I'm always laughing. I'm always laughing.
Joker. All right. Tom?
I don't know. I'm still thinking.
I'd say cheeky.
Come on, man. It's not that hard, bro. It's not some fucking like pride thing.
I don't know, bro.
He's gonna go in the dictionary, bro.
I don't know. I genuinely don't know.
I'd say cheeky for me, anyway.
Oh, for you.
Like goofy, cheeky.
Yeah. Fuck it. I don't know. Nice. I have no idea, bro.
Nice. You know, bloody hell.
I don't know what.
Nice.
You use the most bland word possible, bro.
I have no idea, bro. I have no idea.
Bloody hell. All right, cool.
I have no idea.
What?
He's just trying to act humble.
Tom's not gonna know this either. I feel like. But what's the best compliment you've ever received?
Oh fuck.
I got good Somali stepovers.
Oh fuck, you know. That's not even a compliment, bro.
That's not a compliment, bro.
That's not even
No,
a
I'm joking.
compliment. You're really not.
I'd say one for all of us. Is way more mature for our age.
Yeah.
I get that. Well, I don't know about Daniel,
one.
but yeah.
I've
I
learned
like him.
to me.
Yeah. I mean, but
I
what?
feel like I'm
about,
a bit more mature, but that's because of you lot. Because I'm like because I'm the youngest in the group, obviously, and you lot are way older, so you lot experience what I'm going to experience, basically.
Oh,
yeah, but but that's what I'm saying. Like, you're already doing something with your life.
My lighting fell. My lighting fell. God damn it.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I agree with that. I say that one with me as well. I'd say that one with me as well.
Wait, what was the question again?
Best compliment you've ever
Best
received?
compliment.
I think it was just I've got a nice smile. I don't even smile, but I assume I smile. It's because when I laugh, I tend to smile.
They were lying, bro. You know,
Shut up, bro, before I take shit in your mouth.
they're gonna do nothing for
Let's go with
can't even leave your house, bro.
what advice would you tell your younger self if you could speak to them?
Quit school earlier.
Question, man.
School earlier.
Quit school earlier. I would have dropped school in like year 8.
Get more active.
Get more active. What do you mean?
With sports, like with football. With I wish I did boxing or like or something combat earlier. I wish I did it way earlier.
I feel like all of you could have been professional in sports. I'm not even gonna lie.
Maybe
because his shot power, he beats the ball over anything. Matthias, because he likes barging people. Yes, you. Who else beats the ball over anything? Matthias, because he barges anyone in defense, and then even because I didn't see him play football at first, but when I saw him play the first time, this guy is fast. He's fast and he can actually move the ball quickly. So I mean, I feel like all of you could have been.
We could have been football players, but I ate too much food.
We were cold in games, bro. We were cold.
Yeah, we were good, but I'm not.
Fuck, bro.
Yeah, but we all had injuries, so we didn't make it.
Yeah, so. I ate too much. I ate too much Big Macs.
Yeah, my hair came too. Oh Jesus Christ.
Oh, nothing. I feel like for me, my younger self, I'd probably like just I should have gotten into football a lot more younger, because I only got into football like near the end of secondary school. Sorry.
Is it?
Yeah.
I thought you've been playing, fam.
Nah, Daniel hadn't been playing football. Like when I first met Daniel, Daniel didn't play football when I first met Daniel. Daniel didn't play football.
What did you play? Cricket or something?
He couldn't even kick a ball, fam. He couldn't even kick a ball.
No, he's a baller.
Yeah, now he plays.
Thank you.
This guy says
he's always got to say something, man.
Kicking the ball with his left foot like it's an accomplishment. Like, well done, boss.
Yeah, come on. I didn't even have a left foot before quarantine.
You're semi-pro now. Like, it should be expected.
Listen. Next question.
No, it's the last question anyway. Who inspires you? It's a good last question, to be honest.
I want to go first. I'm gonna go first.
Okay, go on. Then.
I mean, I feel like everyone's gonna know him, but I'm gonna say KSI because, like, when I was younger, like when you go from big man, I used to watch him at the start of secondary school. This guy went from doing FIFA videos at his mum and dad's house to becoming like a game changer in YouTube and in gaming. And then he's been the underdog for basically everything. Like, he said he was gonna do music, and a lot of people said, nah, his music's gonna be shit. And it started off really shit. But every time he made a song, like every new song he releases, it gets better and better. And like his album right now is second right now in the chart.
He got second.
Yeah, exactly.
Fair enough on that one, because he does put in the work in his own field, and he's made bare peas, bro. So
same with boxing. Like, look, even the thing with Logan Paul. Logan Paul was way bigger in terms of muscular and height as well. He had a height advantage. Who won in the end anyway? KSI.
He didn't get dropped, bro.
He was
wobbly. Fair enough. He got up and he firmed it. It.
Tom, who's yours? Who inspires you? Because we don't have a lot of time.
I'd say I'm just gonna say my parents. Say my parents. Just so, yeah.
Yvonne.
Very hardworking people.
My old self when I make the mistakes.
Your old self.
Well, that was a
Every
Explain.
time I made a mistake.
that's a deep answer.
Every in it, you hit us
It's
with
true
that.
though.
Deep.
Yeah,
I get
man, I
it.
respect that one,
To
man.
me, it's true.
Every single time you've done a mistake, it keeps getting better and better. I like that. I mean, I'd say mine's what's it called? Steph Curry.
I got him right here for you, man. I got him right
Mine's
here.
Steph Curry.
Bro,
Like
I
as a
thought you were gonna say something else, bro. I can't even.
I was thinking, what do you think
I
I was gonna
thought you
say?
were gonna say Jabray Quill. What the fuck you used to call her, bro? I don't
oh
know.
no.
Look,
I was inspired by her.
Steph
I
Curry
don't
because
know,
Steph Curry
He's an
because one like
underdog
he
as
was
well.
he's an underdog person like he's known
An
as like
underdog.
he's small for like his position and like he's not like the muscliest person but like he's known as the greatest shooter now and like I also like that he's a really good dad like that good dad type of person so like, I
Yeah.
respect him a lot
And
innit?
even
So,
off the court, like he's not always the type to be always serious, like off the court and being so like how do I say like prestige, I guess, with his fans and stuff.
Yeah.
Like he always like tends to, take
He's chill.
pictures, give back and stuff like that.
yeah, I think he's a G. That's how I'd say it probably inspires me. But we started with the negative and we'll end with the positive today. We'll catch you lot in the next one. Ivan.
Bro.
Someone made someone's in Ivan's feed, but Ivan's not
What?
saying anything. Did he do what? Oh, bro, forget it. Alright. Well, we started.
Confused, bro.
Whatever. Innit?
What the fuck are you on
Forget what
about, bro?
happened. Forget what happened. Yeah.
Get out from.
We started with the
What happened?
negative. We will end with the positive. We'll catch you lot in episode 6. We hope you enjoyed this one. Oh my god. Yeah, get us to get us to 100 subscribers and we'll catch you lot in the next one.
100 subscribers, you heard? 100.
Chill.